Hello, my name is Clede. I'm a PhD candidate here at Columbia, and I work on the Japanese occupation of Singapore during the Second World War. Now, this was a short period, but a pretty fundamental period in the history of Southeast Asia and in Japanese-Southeast Asian relations. I focus specifically on the relationship between the Japanese and local elites in wartime Singapore. Contrary to what a lot of histories have said about the Japanese occupation of Southeast Asia. In Singapore, the Japanese were less interested in working with radical nationalists than they were with working with the same communal leaders who had been close to the British before the war. The reason for this is that it's quite clear from Japanese documents that Singapore was meant to be Japanese territory from this point forward. They wanted to maintain the colonial status quo in the region and use Singapore to more conveniently facilitate the extraction of natural resources to fuel the Japanese war machine at home. This meant working with the people who were invested in this colonial status quo as well. I use a lot of different sources to work on this project. Singapore is a very diverse place, a lot of different linguistic communities that work there, and as a result, my research has taken me to Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, and I work with Chinese, Malay, and Japanese language sources. Without the help of the Weatherhead East Asian Institute, which has sent me to these places, helped me spend summers in these places, suss out really interesting, more rare sources in these areas, my research would not have been possible. So I'm very grateful for the support that I've gotten from the Institute.